William Morrow and HarperAudio present The Tainted Con, The Soulbound Saga, Book 2, by Taran Matharu. Performed by Tom Babbage.
For my mother, Liège, your love and wisdom have guided every word on these pages. Chapter 1. Jai's head throbbed with every jarring bounce as the Kiro's massive hooves pounded the ground beneath them. The rough sack over his head chafed against his skin, but the discomfort barely registered. He was too preoccupied with clinging to the rhino's coarse fur, desperate not to fall upon the rushing, green long grass below. He could sense Winter beside him, straining against the same ropes that trussed her to the lurching beast's side. Jai comforted his dragon with a thought, but it did little to quell her terror. It didn't help that she could sense the same in him. The Kiro's pace began to slow, the great muscles beneath him shuddering as the thunder of hooves slowed to silence. The creature's breath was heavy, punctuating the quiet that had settled. Then the air around Jai and Winter grew tense, as if filled by some signal with the yammering of men, step-speak so heavily accented even Jai's childish understanding could not discern a single word. Rough hands grabbed Jai, pulling him down from the Kiro's back. He stumbled, disorientated, as he was dragged across the ground, the sighing of the breeze suddenly muffled as his feet found flat ground. The sack was yanked from his head, and a sudden rush of light and air left him gasping. Blinking against the glare of a fire, Jai struggled to bring the tense interior into focus, even as he was shoved to his knees. The tent was made of animal furs and lashed bamboo, large as a 3-horse stable. The smell of smoke and leather hung in the air, mingling with a faint scent of herbs. At the centre of the space, a fire pit smouldered, casting shadows that danced upon the tent walls. As his eyes adjusted, a woman stooped into a crouch at his front, hawkish eyes boring into Jai's. She was a steppe-woman, and undoubtedly one of status. The finely braided plaits in her hair, adorned with bones, teeth, and precious stones, spoke of her standing among her people, if what little Jai had glimpsed before his blindfolding held true. Even without the symbols, the woman's posture exuded a confidence that came from leadership, her gaze sharp and calculating. Summoning his courage, Jai opened his mouth to speak, but a swift slap to his cheek silenced him. The steppe-woman tugged Jai's head down, examining his scalp, appraising him like a piece of livestock. Jai's head reeled from the blow, but he held the woman's gaze, refusing to let fear rule him. She grinned at Jai's defiance, then squinted as if spotting something, clucking her tongue as if in disapproval, checking Jai's fingernails and tugging Jai's lips apart to view his teeth, even sniffing a lock of his hair as if trying to glean some hidden information. The indignity of it all burned in Jai's chest, but he knew better than to resist, not wanting to be slapped again. Instead, he reached inward, drawing on the bond he shared with Winter, finding comfort in their connection. The woman sat back, sighing and clapping her hands. She bit her lip, looking pityingly at Jai, as if on the verge of speaking. Then she shook her head, turning and striding out of the tent's curtained entrance. Jai took a breath, then another, and another, attempting to quell the hammering of his heart. He knew not where he was, nor even who had taken him, but he was alive, and far from Magnus and his ilk, if the journey's bruising of his ribs was anything to go by. Yet he
Sample complete. Ready to continue?